6 years old, and I have leukemia.
Jessica was 2.5, and she got sick with ALL.
We were living up in Davenport, Iowa.
Jessica was originally diagnosed at the University Hospitals in Iowa City.
She started getting real pale and looked anemic.
And she went through their protocol of 26 months. Everything was going great. She was doing fantastic. And went in for a routine checkup and found out that she had relapsed.
We thought we had it beat. We thought it was over and done. And then just out of the clear blue, they say she's out of remission. So we asked St. Jude's to take her. And they very graciously did take her.
You gotta think positive.
I go once a week to get my medicine.
Well, she knows the medicine is there to help her get rid of the leukemia, and she has to keep taking her medicine in order for it to get rid of it forever. The treatment Jessica gets is they'll start an IV, and we're there anywhere from 3 to 4 hours.
One's named Chester, one's named Furry. We let him out of a cage, and if they get in our garden, we'll chase him out.
Well, St. Jude has helped us tremendously not worry about it, the financial part of paying for Jessica's treatment.
If you don't have the money to go down, they make sure that they get you there. If you don't have the money for the treatments, then they don't cost you anything.
Oh, boy. I hate to even think of where we'd be without St. Jude today. I think they've done a tremendous job.
So, well, St. Jude's doctors say it's good. It's got a good future. That's what we're looking at. We're looking for graduation day at high school.
I'm going to be a nurse when I grow up. A St. Jude nurse.
Oh, it was kind of like a shock when I found out, because you don't think cancer's going to affect you unless you smoke or something. And then it takes a while, so you don't really think anything like that's going to happen to you.
We noticed that he had a knot on his neck, and so that's when we took him to the doctor.
And they thought it was an infection, that he might have had a cold.
But then I went back in a week, and it hadn't shrunk any.
I had read an article on Hodgkin's disease, and that's where it kind of clicked with me that this could possibly be what it was.
When we went back, the doctor was going to treat him for an infection for another week, and she said, well, the knot hasn't went down. I'd like to have him, check further. And so then he sent us over to the doctors of the hospital to get x-rays.
Then they did a chest x-ray, and they found the cancer in his chest.
I was diagnosed with Hodgkin's disease. It's a disease that affects the lymph glands, and it causes them to grow abnormally large.
Where's your lymph glands at?
Well, the ones that affected me are right here and then right in my chest area.
What does lymph glands do in the first place?
Oh, I'm not exactly sure. I forgot. Well, I get chemotherapy in Peoria. I got it on every 2 weeks if my counts were okay. They give different kinds of chemos to different people depending on what they have. Some can take pills and get shots, but I have to get a bunch of stuff.
There's 4 different types of medicine he has to take, and it's all intravenous. And of course, if you knew my son, he hates needles, and so.
Oh, I hate needles. The very first time when I was over in Peoria to get my blood drawn, I passed out on the person that was taking my blood. So but I've gotten better at that. You get better at it because you get stuck so many times. Getting medicine all day is kind of like having the flu really bad. It makes you feel really sick to your stomach, and it just makes you real weak and stuff. It's not fun at all.
Well, I think as a parent, you know, me and the wife both felt like we'd like to trade places with him. We didn't want him to have to go through that. We'd rather it been one of us, I think.
By the end of the school year, I was caught up in every subject but math. That's my best subject, but it's the honors math, so they move really fast, and I missed a lot.
St. Jude is a really great organization.
The whole staff, I have no complaints, and I would tell you if I had something to complain about, because I wouldn't be afraid to mention that, but they're just excellent. I don't know where they find such good people, but they're all good people.
If you don't have insurance, St. Jude will pay for all of your cancer treatment, and they'll also pay for whatever your insurance doesn't pick up.
I guess it's kind of nice now that we know it's over with and he has been cured, and that the treatment was successful, and I'm just urging all people to support St. Jude's and to help come up with more new and better cures for the kids.
Like I said before, I can't imagine the thought of living life without Chad. Too hard. Chad had just turned 3 when he got sick.
His stomach turned real hard one day, and he started complaining of cramps one night, and we went and had him checked the next day.
He presented with a mass in his back of his buttocks area, plus he had a large abdominal mass that actually had 4 very mature teeth in it. This told us even before surgery that he had a malignant teratoma.
These kinds of tumors generally arise from kind of primitive cells in the body that then, for a reason we don't understand, kind of start growing out of control and give rise to a cancer.
It's a very rare cancer. That is why there is no cure for it. In the beginning, he got cisplatin bleomycin and VP16. It was a very harsh drugs to use.
The treatment, finally, we had to stop because of the effects on his hearing and kidney function.
It took a wear on his body. His kidneys are affected by it. He lost 50% of his hearing.
We had backup therapy to go to, but because it's not as good as the therapy we had Chad on originally, that has decreased chances, Chad's chances.
They've never really told us whether he will make it or not.
When he was first diagnosed, they didn't think that he would last for 3 days, and I was scared of the fact that I would never see my son. I could deal with older people, like my family, that have passed on, but these are children, and I just didn't think it was fair that a child had to go through this. When people say to me that it was God's will for things to happen to see how strong I am or see how strong my husband is, I don't believe that, because I don't believe that any God would cause this for children to be sick like this. I try to spend as much time as I can with them and happy as he can, which is why he's so spoiled.
If there wasn't a St. Jude, I don't think he'd be here today. Well, if you don't have insurance, St. Jude's will pick it up for you, but luckily my company did end up picking up most of the bills, so St. Jude hasn't been hit real hard. Like they told us down there, you just try to get through it as easily as you can, and hopefully that miracles happen and everything will be okay.
Deep down I know it's not, but psychologically I think we're going through these treatments to cure him. I don't really want to know whether it's going to work or not. I want to think that it's going to.
All I was thinking about was his leg and why this had to happen to him at this time in his life.
My leg would just start going out where I couldn't run on it or walk on it, and I just limped.
So I called his pediatric doctor, and he had me to come in, and he examined his leg, and thought maybe he had pulled a muscle.
And it was still going out. And so we sent us to Dr. Lee. He's a orthopedic specialist.
So they examined him and ran tests and told me I would be going to Memphis. He told me his leg was in pretty bad shape.
He just said, you have cancer. Reason I'm in the hospital because I have a bone tumor called osteosarcoma, and it's from here to here in my femur.
Well, I started crying because I had just lost my husband a year and a half with lung cancer, and I was trying to figure out, you know, why Scotty. The chemo that they've given him is strong to try to hold the cancer where it is from spreading up.
It makes me sick. I throw up a lot. Makes me feel miserable. And so I hate it.
If it's still in the same area, they intend to do a bone transplant.
I'm going to cut open my leg. I'm going to grab the bone out. And I'm going to put in either a plastic or metal piece.
But if it has spread it, then they will have to remove his leg.
I just say I don't care what they do, as long as I'm going to live.
But I cry a lot. I cry an awful lot. And Scotty looks at me, and I know that's not good for him, but then I don't ever tell him what I'm crying about. Only thing I say, I wished it was me instead of him. I asked him why on earth did I have to go to Peoria when we had doctors here. And he said, because we want you to go to the best. It's a wonderful hospital. It's a wonderful organization. And they care. All that my insurance do not take care of, then St. Jude's pick up the tab, pick up the rest. This cancer is the type that the next place they look for it is in your lungs. And so far, his lungs are free. So we just take one day at a time. And he's very determined, little boy, and he said we was going to beat it.
Without St. Jude, Josh would not be here today. It's that simple.
When he first got sick, I think he was probably about 15 months old, and the only reason we realized something was going on is because he couldn't breathe good. We had to sit him up in order for him to breathe.
They ran a CAT scan on him, and I was home, and I came into the hospital to see what the results were, and my wife was crying, so I knew something was wrong.
We didn't know what was going on. From one minute they were saying it was a bronchial problem, and the next minute it was something cancerous.
Right away, you associate cancer with death. You know, you associate, you know, I was scared. I thought I'd death right away.
What he had was called non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, which was just a huge mass in his chest, and it was pressing against his lungs and bronchial tubes and heart, and the thymus gland had grown around it.
Well, they put him on a treatment that they use to treat the leukemia patients, ALL, which is consists of chemotherapy, radiation, and plenty of medicine by mouth. It lasts for 2.5 years.
We got to the point when every time he got stuck for an IV, I told him it was okay to cry, but not to wiggle. And so every time we'd sit down, he said, it's okay to cry, but not to wiggle. So he got to be a real little trooper through it all.
My first thought was when they told me St. Jude in Memphis, I said, how much money? I have no money. And they said, don't worry about it, they'll take care of you. St. Jude has paid 100% of the bill that I would never have been able to pay anything for. They've taken care of the medical aspect. They take care of your hotel while you're down there to stay, for a parent to stay with him. They take care of the airfare. 100% of his illness is covered.
We'd like to find a way to repay him for everything they've done for him. He's here today because of them.
They enjoy their job. And it's great to have people like him.
Joshua is 4 years old now. He'll be 5 in July. He's been off treatment for 6 months now, and the prognosis is fantastic. They say that he's got probably about a 95% chance of staying in remission.
St. Jude is a wonderful place. Without them, many children would die. With them, many children are alive today and will live a life to see old age. I pray my son's one of them. I wish they would give us their support, that Josh and other children like Josh will live to see tomorrow, will live to play ball next year.
I couldn't even say neuroblastoma for the first few days. I couldn't remember what it was or how to pronounce it, or I'd never heard of it before.
William was 3 years old when he was diagnosed with neuroblastoma.
We knew something was starting to get a little bit wrong. It took us a while because he wouldn't eat, he had leg pains, fevers.
And the doctor thought maybe he had a viral infection.
We went from one hospital saying it was like 4 different things to them not knowing. Then they sent us to Peoria, and there they told us it was cancer. My mom died of cancer, so it hit me kind of hard. I don't know how other people really react, but it was kind of an instant shock, and then it's like, okay, what do we do now?
It started out as a tumor in his belly.
They tried to remove the tumor and they couldn't get it all out. So that's when we did radiation. And they actually think that they had him cleaned up at one point, but it didn't last long. It came back in his bone marrow.
Well, now he's receiving his treatments in Peoria.
David or I or both was always with him, and I think he just felt like if we were there, that everything was going to be okay.
Doctors and nurses, they're really nice down there. They treat the parent and the kid in really good shape. They'll tell you what's going on. They'll answer any question you want to ask them. William, he likes going down there. He's really good with all the tests and stuff.
Well, how come you haven't got any hair on your head? What happened there?
The hair fell out
How come?
because of the treatment.
Do you miss it?
No.
St. Jude takes care of everything medical connected with Bill, because if we had to pay for it on our own, we wouldn't have him either, even if they had the, the medical know-how in another spot, because there's no way we could pay for it. We've been going through this a little over 3 years now, and they can't get it out of his bones and out of his bone marrow.
It keeps relapsing all the time.
Well, I made the doctor once say that he was in remission, and that was after his first set, and he'd had the bone marrow and the radiation and everything, and I made the doctor say it. Well, 6 weeks after they took his lines out, they put him right back in.
We try to look to the brighter side of things and just keep hoping for him. And glad that we got what we can get. And
I think
the other day that probably I don't like the way that kind of bothers me, things like that. So I just
I just can't say enough good about St. Jude. Not the right words come out of my mouth.
At first, she had chicken pox and took her to Graham Hospital in Canton.
And she wasn't getting any better. And a doctor from Peoria that we were taking her to for an ear specialist advised us to take her in to have a chest x-ray done. We thought she was going into pneumonia. And they told us that we shouldn't be concerned with her chest x-ray. We needed to have been concerned with her blood work because it was totally wrong.
And then she was sent to Peoria.
We were at Methodist Hospital for 1 day. The next day we were on a plane going to Memphis to be officially diagnosed at St. Jude in Memphis. I kept thinking, this cannot be happening to us. The doctors were taking control and they were doing what was best for her, and we were just sitting back watching. We later found out that having chickenpox is very fatal to a child that does have leukemia. We also have a neighborhood full of healthy, normal children, and she feels that she is just as normal and healthy as they are. We get out all the riding toys that we have, and the other neighbor children bring their riding toys, and it's constant commotion at our house.
I forget time on my bicycle. I go real fast.
When you see her play, and then you just stop and think that she can't be sick.
I don't really think that she knows how really sick she is. She understands that she goes to the doctor every week for blood work. Every 6 weeks we go to Memphis.
Them give me IV and bath sticks and bone marrows.
She doesn't like any of this, but she knows that she must receive the medication or she'll be sick. She remembers being sick.
If it wasn't for St. Jude's, I don't know where we'd be now.
Kimberly is now in remission, and we trust that she'll stay in remission forever. There's always the chance that she could relapse. Our chances are 50-50. We're leaning towards the positive 50 side.
I'm 13 years old, and I have chronic myelogenous leukemia, otherwise known as CML. For about 6 months after I bumped my knee on a chair in our school library, I felt like my limbs needed to be stretched. My left knee hurt so bad that the pain went all the way up to my hip, and I couldn't walk on my leg. And I just begged my mom to take me to the doctor, and they ran a blood test. They had originally thought that it was arthritis, but they found out that it was leukemia instead. And they said that my disease usually occurs in people from about 45 to 55, in that range. And I said, oh great, I've got cancer in my knees. All CML patients and AML patients have some kind of transplant, whether it be bone marrow transplant or stem cell transplant, but the ideal transplant for CML is a bone marrow transplant. The bone marrow comes from a donor, a related donor or a non-related donor. They said that I had a fairly common set of haplotypes and that we would have luck looking in the National Registry. I had a 6-on-6 haplotype match. All we know about her today is that she's a female and she's 24, and hopefully sometime this summer I'll get to meet her. And the funny thing is I started out as an O positive, and because of transplant, I changed blood type to A positive.
Hey, how did you manage to get on?
Chemo is a lot worse than realizing you've got cancer. The whole time you're in the hospital, you're always sick, and you're always throwing up, and your mouth gets really full of sores. And one day I woke up and it felt like I had glass all the way down. There was a drug they gave me that I had to take 12 pills of at one time, and I took it twice a day. Every month I go down to the Peoria St. Jude Clinic to get IVIG, immune globulin that helps me to be more immune. For the last grading period, I went back to school to finish it up. So I wanted to attend at least part of this year. And school is my social life, you know? That's like the core of me. I like to email people. I love to jump on my trampoline. I play basketball with my brother. That's one thing I've been doing a lot. I like to paint. I'm very artistic-like. I was down at the hospital in Memphis when all the runners came last summer. And it made me feel really good to see that there were this many people who really cared about helping find a cure for cancer. When I grow up, I want to have a restaurant chain, a franchise. Well, it's going to be called Poopsies, and because it's my nickname, someday I will rule the world with my restaurant. I will be a bigger monopoly than McDonald's.
St. Jude's gave us hope, gave Brian hope, and all of us hope till the day that we lost Brian.
Brian began having headaches shortly after Christmas in '95, so we went to Mayo's, and on his 17th birthday, he was given his final diagnosis of a brain tumor.
It's one of these rare, very, very rare forms of cancer that was very aggressive.
The type of tumor he had spread throughout his entire skull.
Surgery was not an option.
We were given by probably the experts of what the type of cancer Brian had 30 days. He was our first all-conference football player here at West. In wrestling, he had a record of 50-7. He was a 189-pounder and he was a heavyweight. In track, he was a cross-off conference discus champion, competed in the shot put, and did on occasion run hurdles and hurdle shuttles if I needed him. He always told me that when he grew up, there was two things he wanted to be. He wanted to teach special education like his dad, and he wanted to be a coach.
He cried maybe twice. He cried when he first heard the diagnosis, but he knew that he was going to beat it. And he cried after radiation treatments when Dr. Heidemann told him that he would not ever be able to play football again.
While we were down in Memphis, some of my assistant coaches and some of Brian's teammates came down. It was great to see Brian laugh. I think that was a tremendous therapy for him.
This disease took everything from Brian. It took his ability to walk, to talk, to swallow, but it never took his spirit and his will. In his dreams, Brian was able to walk and run and do everything that he normally did, even though he couldn't do those things.
We chose St. Jude to take care of Brian. And fortunately, it was one of the best moves that we made.
If we would have been anywhere else, we would have never been able to bring him home. And for a kid, that's important.
His goal at that time was to finish the football season. Brian passed away 2 days after the football season. Brian waved goodbye, kind of smiled, looked at me, looked at his mom, kind of put his hands on his chest, closed his eyes, as if saying, I've done my job, it's time to go.
He was our hero. He was our strength.
You measure success by little increments, and I firmly believe, and I will till the day I die, that St. Jude allowed him to accomplish that goal in life, and they were successful.
There wasn't a St. Jude, boy, we wouldn't have near as much hope as we do. One Sunday afternoon, after her nap, she woke up looking like she had the mumps.
We waited till the following day. When she took her to our regular physician, the physician did a blood test.
2.5 hours later, the pediatrician called me back and told me that she had deformed blood cells. And I thought, what is that? What would cause that? And
he explained to us that Leanne had leukemia. We were, of course, kind of in a blue haze. We didn't really know what was going on, what our next step was, that there even was any hope.
I guess my mothering instincts just kicked in. I thought, I've got 3 children. We have to leave town. I have to take care of Leanna. She's been diagnosed with this. How am I going to keep the household running and everything going?
People say, what do you do? I just don't know how you do it. Well, you just do it, you know? You just keep going.
Well, Leanna has to have her spinal tap, her lumbar puncture once a month. Some of the same medications go directly into her spinal column to make sure that the cancerous cells aren't moving up toward her brain.
We're both pretty uptight about the fact that they were going to drive a needle into this little body and drive it right into her spinal column and not paralyze her.
Leanna is real normal.
She's not a normal child. I'm going to tell you that right now.
She's pretty crafty too. She's pretty good with the needle and thread. Some of my friends are, you know, they're nervous. They'll come in and there'll be paints out or beads, and and give her a bottle of glue, boy, and she manages to keep herself busy.
If you do not have any insurance at all, don't worry about it. St. Jude will take care of everything.
And I just can't imagine if we had to pay all these bills by ourselves. We couldn't do it. There's no way.
Leanne's got a very good chance of beating this thing.
Leanna's last chemotherapy treatment is December 9th, 1999. So I figure we'll start the new millennium, the year 2000, with the chemo party.
I'm very optimistic about things, much more optimistic than the day I found out.
All I can say is thank you to St. Jude and all those that contribute to St. Jude.
Cancer. It can bring both fear and confusion to a child's life.
I couldn't believe it right away, and of course she had been pale and kind of tired and anemic, and that's why I took her to the doctor in the first place.
People always ask me that it's contagious. Well, it's not. That was when I was in like 1st and 2nd grade when I first got it, leukemia. They asked me if, you know, if I was always sick or something.
And Kathy Simerson is sick. She's had leukemia since late 1976. She's leading a fairly normal life, and thanks to St. Jude and you,
her chances are pretty good. Even though she has had one relapse, why, she is doing fine, and she's trying to be just like any other normal child, and I try to treat her as one. But we go to Memphis every 3 months, like I say, and everything is checked out so far, so good. And we just go day by day.
the children of St. Jude share a common bond. They're all fighting to live normal lives. It is this bond that has brought families such as the Simersons and the Herdemans together. Franz Herdeman has been a patient at St. Jude for 6 years.
I was 4 when I first got it, and I've had it for 5.5 years. After I went off of medicine about a month, or 5 or 6 weeks ago, they said I have a 3-year limited period until they say I'm cured.
We try and not stress his illness, just to treat him like he was normal and there's nothing wrong with him. And I think, you know, not dwelling on illness really makes a difference.
If it hadn't been for St. Jude, Kathy would not be alive today.
I've got to say they're outstanding. They really go out of their way to help.
St. Jude helps young people like Kathy and Franz in their struggle against the odds. Your support can make the chances of winning a bit easier.
About 4 or 5 weeks ago, I got off the medicine. My grandma sent me $5 to celebrate it.
Join me in the morning, if you will, 5 minutes to 7 on W Glow, FM 95. Or I'll see you tomorrow night here at 6 and 10. In any event, have a nice night. Now here's Mike with sports.
Take 2 mics,
back, Chris.
Camera 1 mic monitors, ready to zoom into mic on 2, ready to solve effects 2, and ready to roll VCR 2.
They had some weather today for 5 opening games.
Zoom in.
Opening day was a great day to root for
solve
the home
effects.
team.
Roll VCR 2, CG out, retake VCR 2,
All 5
staying
home
with his
teams
mic.
won openers today. It's also
Okay,
a
on
great
3
day to boo
change
the
slide, we'll have
weatherman.
CG to the end, wipe to
51,000
VCR 1.
people who are imitating the Donner Party prove the wave is dead. Thankfully, the kings of baseball are not.
Fade my cue.
You must
Ready,
forgive
CG
the
out.
Bulls for not knowing how to warm up for the
CG
playoffs.
out.
After all, they haven't
Retake
been
CG,
there in
staying
4
with his mic.
years.
Take, ready
But
to roll
rule 1
VCR
is
1.
don't
Don't
lose
roll
to the team with the
VCR
worst
1, ready
record
to
in
wipe
the NBA.
VCR
But
1,
the
staying
Bulls
with
did
his mic.
anyway. Indiana
Wipe.
didn't look like it in
Read
the
the
first. Pacers led by 20 early. Michael Jordan started a comeback, though, zigzags down the lane for 2 of his 22. Kellogg, though, was the show tonight. He scored 34 to really make Kevin Lockery's day.
Just
The plot is thickening in this week's college basketball scandal.
In this world there's a whole lot of trouble, baby. In this world there's a whole lot of pain. In this world there's a whole lot of trouble, but a whole lot of ground to gain. Why take when you could be giving? Why watch as the world goes by? It's a hard enough life to be living. Why walk when you can fly? In this world there's a whole lot of sorrow. In this world there's a whole lot of shame. In this world there's a whole lot of sorrow and a whole lot of ground to gain. When you spend your whole life wishing, wanting and wondering why, it's a long enough life to be living. Why walk when you can fly? In this world there's a whole lot of gold. In this world there's a whole lot of flame. In this world you've a soul for a compass and a heart for a pair of wings. There's a star on the far horizon, rising bright in an azure sky. For the rest of the time that you're given, why walk when you can fly high?
Listen as your day unfolds, challenge what the future holds. Try and keep your head up to the sky. Lovers, they may cause you tears. Go ahead, release your fears. Stand up and be counted, don't be ashamed to cry. You gotta be bad, you gotta be bold, you gotta be wiser. You gotta be hard, you gotta be tough, you gotta be stronger. You gotta be cool, you gotta be calm, you gotta stay together. All I know, love will save the day. Herald what your mother said, read the books your father read, trying to solve the puzzles in your own sweet time. Some may have more cash than you, others take a different view. My, oh my, yeah, yeah. You gotta be bad, you gotta be bold, you gotta be wiser. You gotta be hard, you gotta be tough, you gotta be stronger. You gotta be cool, you gotta be calm, you gotta stay together. All I know, love will save the day. Time asks no questions, it goes on without you, leaving you behind if you can stand the pace. The world keeps on spinning, can't stop it if you try to. The best part as your day unfolds. Challenge what the future holds. Try to keep your head up to the sky. Lovers, they may cause you tears. Go ahead, release your fears. My, oh my, You gotta be bad, you gotta be bold, you gotta be wiser. You gotta be hard, you gotta be tough, you gotta be stronger. You gotta be cool, you gotta be calm, you gotta stay together. All I know, love will save the day. Got to be bold, got to be bad, got to be wise, don't ever sad. Got to be hard, not too hard. All I know is love will save the day. You gotta be bad, you gotta be bold, you gotta be wiser.
Close your eyes and I'll sing you a song. Lullaby. Sleep till morning dawn. The crickets serenade echo softly through the night. Stars are on the lake and the moon is shining bright. Don't worry, I'll leave the light on in the hall. Just go to sleep now, close your eyes. Close your eyes. Listen to my song. Lullaby. Sleep until the dawn. The birds are in their nest and the cows are in the barn. The covers on your bed will keep you safe and warm. Don't worry, I'll be beside you should you call. Just go to sleep now, close your eyes. Dragons in the sky, flying with their golden treasure. And if you catch their eye, wishes granted more than you can measure. I'll be beside you should you fall. Just go to sleep now, close your eyes. The crickets serenade, they echo softly through the night. The stars are on the lake and the moon is shining bright. Don't worry, I'll leave the light on in the hall. Just go to sleep now, close your eyes. Just go to sleep now, close your eyes.
to you. Darling, I'll be there just for you. And though you grow away, no matter how you change, I'll know you. And when you tire of life alone, there will always be one sure way back home. You just turn on the quiet and you close your eyes. I'll be there to sing to you. I promise you, I promise to comfort you and sing to you. And darling, I'll be there anytime and anywhere. And Cody, I'll be there just for you.
Hello, Peoria. I'm Phil Donahue, and as you know, it was my father-in-law that made St. Jude Children's Research Hospital in Memphis, Tennessee come true. Danny Thomas's dream was to build a monument, a memory, a shrine to St. Jude, who helped him a lot in his career. And now, you can't count the number of people that Danny Thomas and St. Jude have helped throughout the years. You don't know joy until you look at the face of parents who are leaving the hospital with a child in remission. But the truth is, St. Jude does not win them all. Some of the best fundraisers St. Jude has are parents who have lost children. If we won them all, there'd be no reason for the telethon. We ask you to support St. Jude's Telethon here in Peoria, a place that has always supported Danny Thomas's dream. We ask you to continue that support, and we promise you we will continue to maintain a jewel in the crown of pediatric health care in the world. I mean, from all over the world, people contact St. Jude for protocols, for new information about hematology and catastrophic diseases that cruelly, randomly strike children. And so your contribution keeps the dream alive. And please let me remind you that St. Jude Children's Research Hospital boasts as its Director of Immunology, Peter Doherty. All he did last year was to win the Nobel Prize for medicine. That doesn't happen without your support. We have to continue to feed the bulldog. This is a very expensive game called research. And when you see the number of panicked people who show up at St. Jude with children in real big crisis, and then you see them leave relieved, you've seen a miracle. The numbers of cures, the cure rates, everything looks up at St. Jude. But we are obliged every year to remind you that we still have a lot of work to do. And it's because of the support that we get from Peoria and vicinity and this telethon that allows us to continue the work at St. Jude in Memphis, Tennessee. Thanks very, very much, Peoria. We appreciate all you've done for St. Jude. And on behalf of the Danny Thomas family and my wife, Marlo Thomas, I want you to know we're very, very grateful.
If people bring so much courage to this world, the world has to kill them to break them. So, of course, it kills them. The world breaks everyone, and afterward many are strong at the broken places. But those that will not break, it kills. It kills the very good, and the very gentle, and the very brave impartially. Ernest Hemingway.
Live from the Peoria Civic Center in downtown Peoria and the Eastland Mall in Bloomington, Bergner's and WEEK-TV present the St. Jude Telethon, a locally produced special to benefit Central Illinois children stricken with cancer. And now, here's one of tonight's co-hosts, Jim Maloof.